Hello, I'm here. Okay, I might have to take that background off. I don't like the disappearing thing that happens. But hello to Philip. Hello, Jesse and Lisa. We're going to do probably a quick stream today. I want to share channel stats with our member channels and guests that have been on the show. Through last year, the end of last year. This will be the first stream where we've actually talked about channel stats in 3 or 4 weeks because we did our party streams for Christmas and the year end. I'm crossing my fingers that everything will stay calm. I might have to take that picture off of there. Let me take that picture off of there. That's so distracting. I've made it... it's on my to-do list to get myself a green screen. I think that might help with those backgrounds. But crossing my fingers that the 6 dogs we have in the house now will all behave for the whole stream. Again, I don't think it'll be as long a stream as it usually is. Let me wipe this off. But they're pretty wound up just because they're together and it's a lot of dogs. So again, I hope everyone is having a good 2023 so far. It's been kind of trying here. Richard is better every day. I'm still feeling good. I've just been really, really tired. But among the things I learned about myself in 2022 is that I can even tend to 45, 46 animals all in the day, all by myself, plus cooking and cleaning and hauling hay and wow, a lot of things that I probably don't even think about that I do every day. A green sheet. Okay. So I can order a green sheet like on Amazon or something. Yeah. Does it need to be that lime greenish color like a green screen, or can it be any kind of a green? I bet they have lime green color sheets though, don't they? You can get anything on Amazon. But I wanted to, again, I'll share some stats with you guys. And then I just had a few little fun things I thought we could do to kick the year off together. And we'll talk about who I have on the shows coming up. I don't think there's anything else I needed to share to get started. Let me turn the screen brightness down because I know that makes a glare on my glasses. It's a little harder for me to see it, but I don't generally have to see too much of what's going on the screen. So maybe that's not quite so glary. Let me get my share screen going here. And thank you, Jesse, for giving me some tips on sharing a screen without having to do all the fumbling around I do to switch back and forth between screens that I want to share. So we will spin first for our channel of the week. So that's what that COTW is that you see on the thumbnail. We'll spin for that because it's been a little while since we did that. Hey, Devin, how are you? Hey, Belinda and Chuck. Hey, Destiny. How is Belinda? Chuck, is she getting closer to being up and around now? Happy New Year, everyone. We're about to spin for our channel of the week. So let's get that going. Okay, our channel of the week is Oracles and Beyond. This is Cassie's channel. So Cassie is a channel member, but she's a channel member under her other channel, Forensic Mystics. This is a really interesting channel here. She does tarot card, well, not tarot card readings. There's oracle cards. I don't know a lot about oracle cards, but it's a fun way. And my take on tarot and things like that is that it gives us Oh, there we go. I was going to say, I'm trying to figure out how to get myself back up on the screen for a little bit. So again, fun channel there. Check that out. And now we will look at our channel stats. I'm just going to start fresh. This is the first Friday of the year. And so, okay, so tell me what's happening in the chat. Is everything good in the chat? I see Devin's message there. I'm reading through the comments. Make sure there's not anything I need to tend to. All right, so we're starting fresh. I do think everyone has okay, I'm back. I do think everyone has gained subscribers since the last time I shared channel stats with you guys. So as we go through, again, the dates will be filled out and we can compare on screen together. So we will start with, this was our very first channel member, Nina and Boyce at Runneth Over Garden and Life. They will be rebranding this year. I know they've already ordered stickers with the new channel name. So I think they're just working out some graphics and things like that before they're ready to make the switch. But these are Texas neighbors of ours. We haven't met them yet live and in person, but they have been great supporters of the channel and great friends to us. They are at 806 subscribers today. Ordered Steps is holding on to the 196. Hey, Denny, how are you? Thanks for being here today. Yes, I will get to a point where I will be able to stay up late enough to hang out with you guys, but I am making myself a priority, and because I've been just so tired, I don't want to risk my own health by overdoing it. So I go to bed by 9 or 9:30 every night, and I mean have since the day after Richard went to the hospital. So, and hello, Vicki. How are you? Thank you for being here. Janet, thank you for being here today. We're going over channel stats. I'm tickled that you guys are here. Thank you for being here for me. And thank you, Leah, let me get this out of the way. Thank you all for all of the support. Hey, Beth, Southern Mama, how are you? Thank you. Tell them I said hi. I'll be back to business over there soon, too. Just all of the support. I've received so many phone calls and texts, Instagram messages, Facebook messages, comments here on the channel, and it does make a difference. Let me tell you, it really does make a difference. And initially I thought, well, I'm not going to let on that I'm really, getting close to being exhausted, because y'all don't need to know that. And then I thought, you know what? Maybe you do need to know that, because I need to be able to share some of that. I need to get some of that off of me, because I'm very aware of the mind, body, spirit connection. And I just really, really am trying my best to not overdo anything so that I end up sick, because that we all know that's not going to work. We all know that is not going to work. So I'm home full time. So this didn't really change. Like I didn't have to, miss work to take care of Richard, to take care of the animals. But if I get sick, he'll be at work. So guess who will still be taking care of a lot around here? That'll be me. And as bad as he was, if I'm even half as sick, I just don't know how that's even going to be possible. So again, I'm just really pampering myself, so to speak, and resting where I can, not letting myself feel obligated to, create videos or do things for the channel. So again, my apologies if there's not a lot of content coming out right now. I'm still filming because there's always stuff happening here. Hello, John at Home Bartending with John. Thank you for being here. So things will get back to normal. I totally trust and am comforted by the fact that this is just a temporary thing. And, maybe a blessing. Get it over with at the beginning of the year, and then the rest of the year will all be gravy on top of blessings, as I like to say. But let me get back to some subscriber counts here for our member channels and previous guests on the show. We talked about Ordered Steps. My friend Akashi Chris is at 306 subscribers at her Mind Forked channel. My friend and Texas neighbor Byron is at 1,810 plus subscribers. My Australia friend Joe Hupp is at 284 subscribers. And then here's Cassie, her Forensic Mystics channel. Her Oracles and Beyond, again, was the channel that we spun. That's what came up for Channel of the Week. Hi, Joe and Sue at the Bud Files. Thank you for being here. Hi, Carl. How are you? Thank you for being here. I hope I haven't missed anyone. Hello to everyone, and thank you so much for joining us today. So that's Cassie's first channel, and then Forensic Mystics now. And they talk about old crime cases on that channel, Forensic Mystics, right up my alley. So I really like that. I really like that kind of content. My friend Nick, a Texas neighbor at Multi-Hunter 24/7 is at 603 subscribers today. My friend Weave from across the pond is at 3,110 plus subscribers. My friend Tiffany at Mud and Mascara Homestead is at 417 subscribers. Devin and Ryan at Our New Land, some Texas neighbors. Devin is in the chat today. You guys be sure and say hi to him and check out their channel. They are at 836 subscribers. So that 1,000 is looming large right there. And that's what I want to see for them. Wouldn't it be great to have that happen early in the year? A lot of things going on their Oklahoma property, and they're gradually checking things off of the to-do list to get it set up and ready. At some point, they'll be living there. These are brothers with a very heartwarming and mind-blowing story. So I encourage you to go visit them and show their channel some love and support. Jesse and Lisa at Lazy Days Ahead. Jesse is my one of my biggest supporters. He's a moderator for my channel. As you can see, he's dropping links here for the channels that I'm talking about. I know he tries to do it as I talk about him, so I have to remind myself not to talk too fast. Adam Sky is in the chat. We're going to get to his channel here in just a bit. Thank you, Adam. Thank you. Love you too. Adam is also in the UK and was a guest on the show. So after, let's see, Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa, they are at 1,270 something subscribers today. My friend Ginger at Not For Nothing Homestead is at 485 subscribers today. My friend Robin at What the Flock is at 390 subscribers today. Lee, another of my UK friends, very talented musician. Hello, Scratch and Pete. There's Scratch and Pete too. Friend to everyone on YouTube. Another of my biggest supporters. One of the first people I met that I feel like really was part of a wonderful connection of just people and channels and all different kinds of genres here. Michelle at Makeup Mom and Son, thank you for being here today. You guys are, I'm feeling much better already just to see this kind of an audience and this kind of support here today. So Lee at First Floor Audio in the UK is at 662 subscribers today. My friend Katie at Mayfield Ranch is at 561. Rich at Rich New Design is at 307. I have seen shorts still going up, but not new video content yet. I didn't check to see if he's done any lives. Jeff and Lorena, our Texas neighbors at Back to Country Homestead, are at 524 subscribers today. Ronnie and Brittany at RB Story Ronnie and Brittany in Central California. Why have I suddenly forgotten where in California they are? California friends are at 542 subscribers today. My friend Ashley at CNC Farm is at 856. Again, 1,000 is right around the corner. You guys can help make that happen by checking out her content. And same thing with Devin and Ryan at Our New Land. Anytime we get this close to 1,000, it's just, I know something that's on their minds as well. So I want to be sure and put the word out that they're close enough that just a little more support will get them there. She's at 856. My friend John at Home Bartending with John, who is in the chat today, is at 222 subscribers. I really enjoyed the 12 Beers of Christmas reviews that you did, John. That was really neat. There are some that I did jot down that I want to try out, and some that I know I don't want to try out because of your reviews. So thank you for sparing me. Let's see. My friend, Dr. Vicki Lund at Psychology Noir with Dr. Lund. I am loving seeing what's happening with your channel, and I'm loving seeing that you are putting out so much amazing content so frequently for us. So For my Lawyer You Know friends, again, that's a great companion channel for what we enjoy at Peter's channel, because she covers the psychological, psychiatric, emotional, personality aspects of these people, these litigants, these judges and attorneys and the people involved in the cases. So that's just a nice way to round out your understanding and appreciation for the stories themselves. She's at 737 subscribers today. My friend Adam Sky, again, he's in the chat, from the UK, is at 129 subscribers. My friend Dino at the Late Late Horror Show is at 97,000 plus subscribers. That 100K is right around the corner. If you guys have not checked out the amazing content there, again, I've been missing out on that because it used to be my nightly routine that I would hang out with the chat there. Wonderful chat, wonderful family, and the classic old radio shows. Just, I have always had to fall asleep listening to the old radio shows anyway. But it's such a blessing to share that, the love of that, with these amazing people, and combine two things that I love. So I still encourage you guys to go and check out that channel and meet my family there. My friend Dawn Ray B is at 390 subscribers today. My friends Jen and Steve at Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve are at 654 subscribers today. My friend Nancy at Our Treasured Home is at 778 subscribers. The late Daryl Simmons at Fat Ninja DM is at 467 subscribers today. My friend David at Safe and Sound Texas Audio Excursion is at 1,690 something subscribers today. My friend Peter Tragos at Lawyer You Know is at, he's over 170,000 subscribers as of today. So I think, again, there's little hints coming here and there about a celebration that will happen when he hits that 200,000 mark. And again, it's just great content. A lot of stuff that you need to know it. You need to understand how the law works. You need to understand what your rights are. He will talk with any of you if you ever need legal guidance, if you need to be put in contact with an attorney that can handle a case for you. If it's not something they can do, they do free consultations. All you have to do is call. He's met a lot of new clients for himself and has referred a lot of people to other attorneys, either in their area or other attorneys in his area that would handle the issue that they need to have handled because of his YouTube channel. So he's using that for a lot of good. And if that's something you can benefit from, take advantage of that offer to talk with him. My friend Steven at Papa's Kitchen, Texas neighbor of ours, probably the closest one to us, is at 272 subscribers today. My friend Ralph at Webb's Web is at 133 subscribers today. My friend Amanda at Bare Bones Living is at 594 subscribers today. My friend Danielle at Danny Days Ahead is at 723 subscribers today. My friend John, another California friend of ours, at Pedroza Travel is at 649 subscribers today. For those of you that don't get out much, like we don't travel a lot because we're pretty tied down here, there's a great little virtual way to travel right there. Watch some of his videos and see some really neat places and kind of have a virtual vacation by way of his channel. My friend Angela at The Inquisitive Farm Wife is at 977 subscribers. So y'all can do that math. I keep talking about that 1,000 looming large for some of these channels. She is really, really close. So she just finished up the Dipcember collaboration. I participated in that. It was amazing. I want to try every dip that every channel who participated shared for that collaboration. I don't know how long it would take to go through all of them. I think there were at least 40 videos. My video, I shared 2 dips. I know other channels that participated shared 2 or 3 dips in the single video. So lots of great ideas there, lots of fun stuff, and the how-tos for making it work and turn out as delicious as it sounds and looks as you're watching it happen on the videos. So check out Angela's channel, The Inquisitive Farm Wife. Next Friday, a new friend of mine from the UK, Millionaire Paul, will be my guest on the show. He's at 140 subscribers today. And then my longtime Geezer Gamer brother, Tom Salta. For those of you who don't know about Geezer Gamers, I am a gamer. I grew up with gaming. You know, we didn't have video games when I was a kid like we have now. And I know some of you have heard my story about how excited my sister and I were. I was in junior high, I think, and my dad worked for J.C. Penney. When he got out of the military, he went to work for J.C. Penney. And he brought home a Pong unit. And we just thought it was the most amazing thing that had ever been invented. So that was my start with video gaming. And then from there, again, junior high, I did hang out in the arcades then as I got older. Played a lot of Defender, you know, the stand-up arcade machine. I was really good at that. And just some of those classic old, you know, 70s, 80s arcade games. But then Xboxes and PlayStations and all that came on the scene when my kids were little. We had a little Nintendo, whichever the first Nintendo was when the kids were little bitty, and there were games on there. I mean, I loved the Mario games, and I was really good at that Gradius 4 game. And so I've always loved video games. So cut to the chase. Tom Salta is a founding member of the Geezer Gamers, which is an international group of adult video gamers who enjoy logging on, getting online and playing, you know, team type stuff together. We all met up. I met him live and in person the first year that we went to Vegas for a convention and LAN parties, of course. He's an incredibly talented musician. He writes game music. So I know a lot of you that aren't gamers even would probably still recognize some of the iconic music from some of the top video games in the last, you know, 15 or 20 years. He writes other music from time to time too, but I know him most for his game music writing, including some of the Halo music, and Halo is my addiction. So that's a great connection I have with him. So I've got him scheduled for Friday the 20th. He may bump to Friday the 27th. This is a busy time of year for him. So he's got, I mean, he teaches, he lectures, he performs. He's always writing music and recording music. And so we're going to just, for now, plan to see him on the 20th, but he may move it to Friday the 27th. So you will see him sometime this month. If he moves it to the 27th, my friend Beth at Southern Mama will take that 20th spot. If he stays where he is, my friend Beth will take the spot on the 27th. I haven't put her on the list yet because we were just texting about this just a little while ago before the show started. So that's where things stand right now. I would love to think that, you know, by the end of the year this year, whenever we're doing whatever the last stream before parties and things are going to happen again, that all of the channels, I'd love to see, I mean, that's not unrealistic to think that all of these channels that aren't at 1,000 yet will be at 1,000 before the end of the year. You guys can certainly make that happen. I do want to put up my little note to remind you all about when you want to support a channel by subscribing, just make sure you do it the YouTube way, because YouTube has a knack. I have found myself, I think they must have done a little housekeeping here in the last month or so anyway, because every now and then even I'll realize, where is so-and-so's channel? Because it's not on my subscriber list when I go to see what new stuff they may have put out. And my subscription like got taken away or expired or whatever. And likely it's because I hadn't visited in a while. So YouTube does watch for that kind of stuff. And that's how they protect themselves against people that buy subscriptions or buy views. Because there's companies out there that you can pay. And I don't know where they find the people. Sometimes it's not even people. It's a computer thing. It's bots that subscribe and like videos and watch videos. And YouTube, in all its wisdom, has found ways to combat that, and they don't hesitate to just take subscribers away or take views away once their computers have determined that they weren't real people, or that the views or subscribers were purchased somehow. Again, I don't know how they know. It doesn't matter how they know. We just want to be sure that if we're subscribing because we really do want to support a creator and their efforts at their channel, that we do it in a way that YouTube will realize this is a real person. This person means to be here and support this channel. They weren't just forced to or paid to, or it's not a computer doing the work. So keep that in mind. Oh, here's my little running across the bottom here. Give me a like. That's another thing that YouTube looks for when they are making decisions about whether a like or a subscriber or is legitimate, is just the engagement. Part of how engagement happens is by liking videos when you're watching them. But I'm going to pull up. I thought we'd do a couple of things here. So I thought first of the year, just for something fun, and since I don't have a guest today, I would give you guys some. Oh my gosh, there's my friend Weave in the chat. I miss you so much. So we used to be at Weave's every week. He would do a big quiz on Mondays. There's been a lot going on in his real life, in his channel life. He does have a second channel called The First Hour that you guys can check out. It's more gaming type content, but easy to watch and fun to watch, and kind of vicariously play as you're watching him play. But thanks for being here today, Weave. He is a channel member, a friend of mine. I hope you and the family are safe and well and happy. All right, so he'll be back to business soon, and I'm going to expect to see some of you guys in the Monday quizzes, if Monday quizzes are part of what he's going to be doing again, because that's a good time. I will never measure up to that. Apologies already for the things we did over the holidays that weren't as smooth as I wanted them to be, because I'm really new at this, and he makes it look super easy, and obviously it's not. So he's the master at that, and I will be excited for you guys to join me at his channel once he's back up and into a routine. But again, for fun today, I thought I'd share some did you know stuff. And then I want to start a new thing that I'll do every Friday on this date in history, that kind of a thing. Just some little here and there type stuff. I need to pull that document up right quick while I'm thinking about it before I need it. So let me get that ready to go, and then I'll give you some did you know stuff. So did you know it's illegal to feed pigeons on the sidewalks and streets in San Francisco? Any California folks here? Did you know that? It's illegal to do that. Poor pigeons, right? Did you know there's a toilet museum? In New Delhi, the Sulabh International Museum of Toilets features a rare collection that details the historic evolution of toilets from 2500 BC all the way up to the present day. When you browse through the exhibit, you'll learn about the plumbing system of ancient societies, marvel at the elaborately decorated toilets of 18th and 19th century Europe, and even get to sit upon one from Austria that's shaped like a lion. Did you know? Did any of you know that? Or any of you that into toilets that you would know? Let's see. Did you know that Viking men wore makeup? It's no doubt that Vikings were some of the toughest men in history books. However, they cared about their appearance enough that makeup was a part of their everyday routine. Did you know? Who knew that? Raise your hand if you knew that. Yeah, let's do a field trip to go see the toilet museum. Did you know that the Eagles Stadium once had a courtroom? Veterans Stadium, where the Philadelphia Eagles once played, had a stadium courtroom and jail to handle the team's notoriously rowdy fans. However, one of the judges for said courtroom reported that 95% of the inmates were actually not from the city itself. That makes sense. Hey, Schultze. Hi, thanks for being here. Yes, did you know that, guys? Did you know that? Did you know that the letter Q is the only letter that doesn't appear in any U.S. state name? Now you know. Did you know that a jockey once won a race after he had died? Frank Hayes was hailed as the winner at a race at Belmont Park right outside New York City in 1923. However, there was a slight problem. Hayes suffered a heart attack and died in the middle of the race, so the celebration wasn't exactly sweet. Did you know? Did you know sharks love the taste of the internet? If shark attacks give you the heebie-jeebies, you and the people over at Google aren't alone. In 1987, it was reported by the New York Times that sharks have shown an inexplicable taste for the new fiber optic cables that are being strung along the ocean floor, linking the United States, Europe, and Japan. Did you know? Did you know that? See, we'll do a couple more did you knows. Did you know strengths is the longest word in the English language with only one vowel? STRENGTHS. STRENGTHS. Strengths, like strengths and weaknesses. The longest word in the English language with only one vowel. Now you know. Now you know. What have I not read yet? Y'all are waiting for... Yeah, you guys all know the problems we've had with our internet here. Did you know there are actually 2 Air Force Ones? So outside the U.S., I don't know if you guys will know, Air Force One transports the president and I guess the vice president around when they need to go places. So it's a big, a big passenger jet. But there are actually 2 Air Force Ones, according to this website. When its only job is to transport one of the world's most influential leaders all over the globe, it's important that it is maintained in tip-top shape. So when Air Force One's SAM 28,000 Boeing 747-200B plane is getting fixed, there's an identical plane standing by. Makes sense to me, right? But now you know. Did you know that Liechtenstein has just one jail? Wedged between Switzerland and Austria, the country of Liechtenstein only has 10 to 20 people in total at its single prison. Any criminal requiring a sentence of more than 2 years is sent to prisons in Austria and Switzerland. All right, let's see. Okay, here's the last one of these we'll do, and then we'll do some on this day. Did you know the filling in Kit Kats, the candy bars, is made from damaged Kit Kats, the candy bars? The folks at the Kit Kat factory sure know how to recycle. Whenever a Kit Kat bar is somehow made imperfect during production, like air bubbles or some other issue, the chocolate bar isn't thrown out. Instead, they ground up into a fine paste and turn into a filling that's then incorporated back into the production process to create new Kit Kat bars. Yeah, more of that, please. All right, so that's all we're going to do of those. Let me now give you some on this day. Oh. All right, so on this day in the year 1017, RTN says, give me a break. Yeah, perfect, right? I like Kit Kat bars. I have to be careful because it's got milk chocolate on it, and those give me migraines. So I don't know if there's a dark chocolate Kit Kat bar. I can eat those. All right, so on this day in the year 1017, Canute the Great was crowned the King of England in London by Lyfing, the Archbishop of Canterbury. Now you know. And on this day in 1639, Virginia ordered half of its tobacco crop to be destroyed to support plunging prices and to avoid an economic catastrophe. The first colony to order the destruction of crops. Okay, on this day in 1838, Samuel Morse and Alfred Vail demonstrated their telegraph machine in New Jersey, the first demonstration of the telegraph machine. I hope I haven't missed. Hi, John at Pedrosa Travel. So there's John, my other California friend in Pedrosa Travel. You guys go virtual trip. Go do some virtual trips with his videos. On this day in 1853, U.S. President-elect Franklin Pierce and his family were involved in a train wreck in Massachusetts that killed his 11-year-old son, Benny. On this day in 1893, the Great Northern Railway connected Seattle with the East Coast. On this day in 1907, Maria Montessori opened her first Montessori school in Rome. So I didn't even realize that Montessori was the name of someone. I thought it was just a kind of a school. So here's some did you knows along with on this day. On this day in 1912, New Mexico became the 47th state of the Union. On this day in 1914, the stock brokerage firm of Merrill Lynch was founded. On this day in 1929, Mother Teresa arrived in Calcutta to begin her work amongst India's poorest. On this day in 1933, Clyde Barrow killed Tarrant County Deputy Sheriff Malcolm Davis after walking into a trap set for another criminal. Talk about bad luck, huh? For both of them, but obviously for the deputy or the deputy sheriff. But on this day in 1947, Pan American Airlines offered a round-the-world ticket, the first commercial airline to do so. On this day in 1980, Indira Gandhi's Congress Party won the elections in India. On this day in 1984, Challenger moved to the Vehicle Assembly Building at Kennedy Space Center for mating of STS-41B mission. On this day in 1987, astronomers at the University of California saw the first sight of the birth of a galaxy. I'm having to process that in my head. Wow. On this day in 1998, Barry Switzer resigned as the coach of the Dallas Cowboys. And it's been all downhill since then, hasn't it? And then on this day in 2019, a record $3.1 million, which is 333.6 million yen, was paid for a giant bluefin tuna at Tokyo's Toyosu Fish Market, bought by sushi restaurant owner Kiyoshi Kimura. $3.1 million for a tuna fish. So we'll obviously have to look back one day in the future to see what on this day tidbits we can share. I hope to never be on this list, I guess. I mean, I guess there's something amazing I could do that would put me on the list, but yeah, bada bang. Yeah, so y'all, let's put that on the screen for everyone. This is part of what you get when you come and hang out with us at Dino's channel, the Late Late Horror Show, is the chat. Again, the chat is as entertaining as the old radio shows. And I can always tell that everyone's really listening to the old radio shows, even though we've got all kinds of different running jokes and conversations and things happening in the chat, because there will then also be comments about something in the show, you know, so it's just a great fun time. So I think I don't have a window open. Did I post the link for the stream as a pinned comment? I think I did that. I really am that tired that there'll be sometimes in the middle of the day and I'll think, oh, did I, you know, fill the duck waterers? Did I put the trash out? Did I check the mail? So fortunately, nothing, you know, earth shattering has happened. We haven't lost anything because I'm having trouble keeping track. But let me put this link. I would love for any of you that will join me, come up and join me. share some Happy New Year greetings. If you have a channel, I'd love for you to tell us what you have coming up. Okay, so I do have a pinned comment, but there's the link again. I just posted in the stream. I'd love for you to come up and introduce yourselves and tell me what's going on. If you don't have a channel, tell me what's going on in your family. Tell me if you have some trips coming up, or a project around your house, or new babies or animals coming into the family, anything like that. Oh, speaking of Darth Vader, okay. So I just saw this comment from Schultze, Michael Jackson buying that Darth Vader. And so I saw a Disney commercial. I've had it on Pluto TV. We don't have cable anymore. We just do some streaming stuff. And we have Pluto TV, and I just watch everything through the Xbox. And there was a Disney commercial, and I see stormtroopers and Darth Vader, and I'm thinking, what? Oh, and then I remembered, like, Disney does Star Wars now. Seems really crazy. I have John backstage. I'm going to bring him up. Some of you guys may remember from when he was a guest on the show. Oh, I guess it's been a month or so ago. This is John from Pedroza Travel. Let me take my
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hi, it's good. How are you?
Doing okay today. It's kind of a somber day in Riverside. Unfortunately, we have a funeral for a deputy that was killed here in Riverside. So,
oh no, it looks like a beautiful day though.
It is a beautiful day. It's a nice sunny day here in California. We've had some rain, but now it's sunny again, so that's good.
So how long had this officer been with the department? Do you know?
He had been with the department for a long time. He was actually a sheriff correctional deputy, so he was in the jail for several years. It was kind of sad. He just got promoted to motors. He'd been out there for a few months, but then he was killed on a traffic stop.
Oh,
so that was kind of sad.
No. Does he have a family?
Yes.
Did he have a family?
He did.
And did you know him? Was this someone that you worked with?
Not
or?
personally. No.
Okay.
I worked for the police department, so he worked for the sheriff's department, so I didn't know him personally. But the building that's right behind you, I don't know if you can see it there, that's the sheriff's department. I work here. I'll turn this way. This is my office.
Oh, okay. Across. Okay.
Across the street is the sheriff's department.
Okay. So has the funeral already happened, or is it coming up a little later?
It's actually going on right now. If anybody wanted to watch it, they could go see it. It's on riversidesheriff.org.
Okay. Okay. So tell me, in good news, tell me what's happening with the family and the channel. And
well, in good news, there's lots of stuff going on with Pedroza Travel Channel. We've got a lot of things booked for this year. I'm actually going out to Mexico next weekend. I'll be visiting some Pueblo Mágicos. There are some special towns in Mexico that I'll be visiting, and visiting some ancient monasteries, some very old monasteries. So that'll be pretty cool. And then we just booked later in March. We're going to go to Puerto Vallarta, which is a beach town in Mexico. And then I'm very excited because in the summertime in July, we just booked for a cruise to Alaska. So that's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I know you told us that was coming up. Yeah, I can't wait for those videos.
Yeah, so we'll be going to Canada and Alaska and Seattle, Washington. So it'll be pretty cool.
Guys, there's trips coming up. Go take some trips with John at his channel. Hello, Connie Cleary. Thank you for being here, Connie. All right, so besides those trips, you got any family stuff coming up?
Not much.
Okay.
My son's just going to school. He's a sophomore in high school right now, so that's what he's doing. And my wife's still teaching, so just regular family stuff, not much to mention there.
No, I'm going to count that a win then. You know, that's better than things being upside down. Or if I had asked you that same question 2 years ago, I'm sure the answers would be really different. So
for sure. All the time. Yeah. So no, life is good with the Pedroza household. We can't complain. We've been really blessed. So
good. Well, I'm glad you came up to say hi and tell us what's happening. And condolences to the department, the sheriff's department there. I know that.
Yeah, very sad. Very sad.
That's a family itself. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go back in the background, but I just wanted to come on and say hi.
Thank you for doing that. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Talk to you later.
All right. So see how simple that was, guys? Anybody else want to come up and say hi and tell me what's going on at your channel? And in your world. And so let me put that picture back up that you could see behind me when John was on. Let's see. Oh, I take myself. Okay, let me come back up. Let's see. I should be able to find the picture over here. Let me find the picture over here, and I'll just pull it up while I'm talking. Okay. Here we go. So I'll share this. All right. Oh, so this is the courthouse here in Southlake at our town center. And I was telling you guys right here, if you can see that longhorn steer, he sits outside the courthouse here, and he's just painted all kinds of colors. Well, didn't mean to do that. All kinds of colors. And I've always thought that's neat. We have a little cement donkey in our front yard that I've always thought would be neat to either paint him or put like mosaic tiles on him. He used to have a little wooden wagon with him, but over time the little wooden wagon just fell apart. The elements just took hold. Hello, Dancing Along with Reynolds. Hello, Sparkling Dragon, my sweet friend from LYK. So again, this is our little town center courthouse. We have a super nice little town center. And then I had another picture. I thought you guys might get a kick out of this. This is RichKatRanch. So obviously a Google Earth view of RichKatRanch. That's our house right there. I hope you guys can see me swirling around that. That's our house. We have so this is our 2 acres that goes just a long ways. It's not real wide. And here's the pond back here where the ducks and geese hang out during the day. There's the duck house, duck and goose pen. And this picture was taken when we still had a little greenhouse in the backyard also. Again, I don't know if you can see my little pointer, my little hand here. So there was a greenhouse back in the duck yard as well. This is the hay barn that's on the back pasture. And then this is just the barn that's up in the paddock. So this is the paddock. When our sniff spot guests come, they have all of this paddock and all of this back pasture. It's about 1.25 acres. They have all of that to run and just burn calories and go nuts. Hey, Lux Leather, thank you for being here today. I'm still okay. I'm tired. There's just no way to hide that I just really have been tired. I'm surprised I'm not yawning because I was even yawning before the show. Now that I'm talking about it, I'm probably going to yawn. Power of suggestion. And Richard is better every day. He has done some work from the bedroom on the laptop the last 3 mornings. And he took the trash out. I think he did take the trash out this morning because I went to do it and it was already gone. But he's still at a point where if he's up and around very much at all, it just wipes him out. So I don't know yet if he'll be back at work on Monday. He can work from home. I mean, he has that option. There are times when he has to go into the office because they have someone coming in, from out of town, or he's got to trade off plates or keys or something for vehicles. And so sometimes he has to go in. When he really is sick, he can arrange for someone else to take care of some of those things. But every day it's a little bit better. And I still feel good. So I have not had any symptoms except for tiredness. But I just think I'm tired because I've just been busier since more has been on me to take care of these last couple of weeks. So this is kind of a break that I can sit here. 2 days ago, I decided earlier this week, and I put up a post to let everyone know it would be a slow week at the channel because I try to upload something every day, and I usually have enough material that I could put out a video every day if I just had the time to edit every day, and I don't always have time to do editing every day. But I decided a couple of days ago that I just would not even log on to the computer because it's hard for me to sit at the computer and then not instantly want to start working on projects. And I just have been so mindful of how important it is to not stress myself, because that is a contributing factor in illness in general. But to be this close to someone that's been really sick, I really wanted to be careful and not let myself get stressed out or overworked. Hello, Erica Olson. Thank you for being here today. I hope I haven't missed anyone else in the chat. If I've missed you, apologies. Thank you for being here. We did the fun stuff already, so I'm just kind of winding down now. It won't be as long a stream as usual. Again, partly because I just wanted to come on, touch base with everyone, get us caught up on channel stats for member channels and previous guests on the show. Wish you all a happy new year, but I don't want to feel busy. I don't want to feel like I'm working. Not that I don't enjoy the streams, but I'm just, again, really trying to be careful and pamper myself so that my immune system can keep doing its job. I did start, I think I may have told some of you guys, I did start a regimen of vitamin C, zinc, and vitamin D, like the morning after Richard came home from the hospital. So, yeah, that was Brutus. Hey, Brutus. So we have a big black cat named Brutus. Brutus! But we're boarding. Here's Brutus. We're boarding Brutus. So Brutus is a Dogo Argentino. He's an Argentinian Mastiff. He's 11 months old. And look at how big he is. Yes, and he's just a big old baby. And then here's his little brother. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Let's get you up here. Oh, goodness. Come here. Oops. Here's his little brother. This is Russell. Say hi, everybody. This is, I call him a baby. He's like 11 years old, but he's a baby. He's a baby. Okay, no, off. Careful. I know, I love you too. Okay, go on, baby. Go. And then this girl, Gucci. Hey, Gucci, come here. Gucci, let me see Gucci. Come here, Gucci. Okay, Brutus doesn't want y'all to see Gucci. Whew. So Gucci is a little golden doodle that boards with us a couple of times each week. Her mom travels a lot, and she is an accountant. So she will be slammed here pretty soon. There's Gucci girl. So Gucci's like part of the family because she's here a lot. She sleeps on the bed. This big one sleeps on the bed. This little one sleeps on the bed. Serena always sleeps on the bed. So maybe that's another reason I'm going to bed early, because I don't know that I'm sleeping as much when I'm in the bed because I got all the dogs in the bed with me. But when we board, the boarders are members of the family. Okay, go on, guys. Okay, that's fine. Go on. I'll be finished in a minute. Go on, baby. Be nice. So that's part of what's going on here, but that's always going on here. And I love that. So nothing that's been busy for me or that has required energy and effort is anything I don't love. There's just the volume of it's been pretty high. And so I'm trying not to devote energy to really anything else except the things that absolutely have to be done. So hopefully next week things will be better, and we'll definitely get back to, our regularly scheduled program. Hello, Living and Cooking. Thank you for being here today by having guests on the show. If I haven't said in a while, for any of you who are content creators who would like to be on the show, I don't know that it really changes much. I'm never going to claim any kind of credit for the numbers that we share when we go over the subscriber counts, but I do enjoy introducing new people to my viewers. I do enjoy, kind of being a partner in helping you get your name out there and just introducing you to new people. Yeah, so where did I just see that? So living and cooking, you have a Husky and a Shepherd mix. So we have 3 German Shepherd dogs of our own, none of whom came over to the camera, as you could see. Hey, Boone, Bear, come here. Come here. Here comes Bear. Bear will come and say hello. This is Bear. No, your name's not Bear. Come here, Bear. Your name is not Bear either. There's only one Bear here. Okay, that's Bear back there, if y'all could see him. And then Serena. Here comes Boone. Come here, here's Boone. Boone is the leader of the pack. Come here, Boone. Come up here and say hi. Come here. Come here. Okay, so I have Boone and Serena. Oh, let me take this thing off. Okay, there's Boone. Let me take this banner off. This is my boy Boone. He's our pack leader, even though he's the youngest of our 3 shepherds. He is definitely the leader. He's a great ambassador for the breed. He helps me manage our boarders, fosters. He watches out for the cats and the ducks. Yeah, I know. Let's let sister come up and say hi now. Let's let sister come up. Here's Serena. This is Serena. So for those who missed our mail call, we had, come here, honey. Brian and Shirley at Just Doing Our Best are the lovely people who visited our Amazon wish list and selected an item to send to us from that wish list. And what they sent, we needed. It was the pre and probiotics that Serena gets with her food. She has an immune disorder, and it manifests in all kinds of ways. But among the ways it manifests is skin issues. She's very prone to yeast infections. She used to be on medicine, like 3 different kinds of medicine. At least once a year, she would go in and the doctor would put her on all these medicines. And he finally shared with us that he just couldn't keep prescribing them because over time they just contributed to the problems. They were just tearing down her immune system. And that was causing, again, all these skin issues. She's really sensitive to chicken. So she's got some allergies and things anyway. And all of these things together, she was a sight this summer, y'all. And I was worried about her. If she hadn't gone through this so many times, I probably would have been more concerned. But I had done some research. We switched her to a raw diet, which I'm kind of grossed out with handling raw meats myself, only because I know, that it can be dangerous for humans. So she eats the frozen raw. We do like the frozen raw patties or the freeze dried raw. She eats that Stella and Chewy stuff. I had to put her on some puppy kibble for a while because she was losing a lot of weight. Again, this is the cycle she goes through once or twice a year. But the doctor told us even a couple of years ago that she was already so compromised, he didn't even want to give her next round of vaccinations. So it's pretty serious. But part of what we have to watch for her is her gut health. She's very, again, prone to yeast infections. And so these pre and probiotics make a huge difference for that. So again, thank you to Brian and Shirley for visiting our wish list and sending her those pre and probiotics. The wish list is just animal stuff. It's just stuff for the animals here. Hello, Dino. Thanks for being here. And thank you. Gradually, we're seeing improvements. Richard just can't do much at a time without just being then laid out for the rest of the day. And I just saw P-Hop. Hello, P-Hop. Thank you for being here. And make sure I haven't missed anyone else. Anyway, so I'm a big believer in raw diet. Maybe not for every dog. Nothing works the same for every dog, just like things don't all work the same for all people. But for her, it made a huge difference. And so within about, within 60 days after I got her transition to this freeze-dried and frozen raw, to kind of alternate them with the pro and prebiotics, they get a duck egg every day anyway. That's a great animal protein, and I've got them to feed. So she grew all her hair back. I mean, she was like, her back was just bald. She still had hair around her shoulders, on the top of her head, and the back of her neck. The hair was gone off of her face. Most of the hair was gone off of her back. She didn't have much hair on her tail. Her belly and her legs were bald. It was awful. She looked awful. She felt awful. She smelled awful. She was getting medicated baths twice a week. And then I just realized we've got to do something internally for her since she can't. Here, Vicki, I can share that link. Hang on. I've got somewhere. Oh, I don't think I can. I can't share it in the. Oh, yeah, I can. Let me see if I can share it in the chat, too. Hang on. I think I can copy it. All right, so I'll share it here, and then I'll put it here. I don't know if it's too many characters or not. Anyway, so within 60 days of getting her diet switched, and we still had to keep up with the medicated baths for a while, she's back to, I just wish y'all could have seen her. Hey, Serena, you want to try again to come get on the camera? I don't want to make a big deal of it because then they'll hear me calling her and they'll all come running. Anyway, so she's back to having a beautiful, plush, soft coat. She's the longest haired one. I don't know, Bear's kind of long haired. But anyway, so all that just to say, when I first did the mail call, I had opened the package. I didn't know who the gift was from because it didn't say, but there was a little paper in it. You can scan the QR code, and then it'll take you to Amazon where you can send a thank you gift. And that's the point at which it told me who sent it. So again, Brian and Shirley at Just Doing Our Best really made my day that day. That was, and it wasn't that I didn't know people were thinking of us. I mean, again, I've gotten tons of messages and texts and calls and Instagram things, and I knew people were thinking of us. I know people have been praying for us, but I just thought, wow, that's in the middle of that. I just wasn't thinking anybody would like send a gift. And again, something that we needed. I've made some trips to the grocery store, but even my trips out have been very minimal because I don't want to expose anyone else if I'm carrying something. And I don't know what else is floating around. I mean, it's flu season anyway, so I can't afford to be sick. I just can't. I'm not allowed to be sick. You know, I was the oldest of 4 growing up. I couldn't be sick. I had everyone else to take care of. I had 4 kids in 5 years. I couldn't be sick. I had to take care of everyone. So I'm trying not to think about that because again, I don't want to stress myself. I need to stay zen so that my body can keep doing what it's doing and keeping me healthy. So in the middle of just the craziness and the stress of just being really, really busy and worried about Richard, it was just very sweet to find that package. And then I was tickled that I was able to see who sent it. So, oh, P-Hop, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. What kind of dog did you have? Oh, you said a lab. Okay. Let me take this banner down. I'm so sorry to read that. You know, and I just am the kind, I think you could, RTN, let me tell you, these duck eggs, they are packed full of good stuff, and they're very tasty, and they're fresh right out of the pen every morning. I'm making sure I'm not missing anything in the chat. Okay, so Lux, now I cooked for the dogs for a long time, and I still think that was really good for them. I'd kind of become concerned already with Serena's issues that all of the additives and stuff they put in commercially prepared dog foods, I just decided it probably wasn't helping. And so I started cooking for them back in like 2015. And I mean, I'd love to think that's part of how Cooper lived to be 13 years old. That's pretty up there for a German Shepherd dog. Yep, and Serena's sensitive to chicken. Yeah, you might maybe give that freeze-dried raw stuff or the frozen raw stuff a try. Maybe she'll eat that. I know for puppies it's a little different what you can feed them, but I am just a big believer now in raw diets for dogs, at least for German Shepherd dogs. Sure, again, there's no cookie cutter things. Ooh, yes, living and cooking. I haven't had to buy chicken eggs in like 7 years now anyway, but I would never bake with a chicken egg anymore. My things always turn out so much richer and they rise higher. Everything is better about them when I use my duck eggs. All right. Did anyone else? Hey, Scott at Rambling with the Brooms. Thanks for stopping in. Anyone else? The link is pinned at the top of the chat. If you're a content creator, I would, even if you're not a content creator, but if you're a content creator, I'd love for you to come up, tell us what's happening with your channel here for 2023. If you're not a content creator, I'd love for you to just come up. Let me see a face to go with a name. Say hello to the group and wish us all a happy new year and see what it's like to be on screen. You don't have to be up for very long, but all you have to do is click that link and it brings you right here to the studio where I will see you backstage, and then I just bring you up so we can visit face to face, albeit virtually. Make sure still that I haven't missed anyone. No takers. No one wants to come up and say hi. It really does make a difference. Again, if you have a channel and you want to grow your channel, it really does make a difference, I think, for people to see the person behind the channel. And I've said lots of times that I firmly believe that when people like you, if people feel like they know you and they like you, they'll support you. And you could be doing anything. You could be doing stick whittling or car repair or, you know, stuff that maybe they've never even thought to watch on YouTube. But because they like you, then they want to be a part of that and they want to support that. So it's a great opportunity to just connect and meet new people and grow your channel. Okay, I don't think I've missed anything else. I don't think I've missed anything else in the chat. If I've missed something, if one of you asked a question or made a comment that I need to address, repost it or put an asterisk in front of it so that I'll see it. Okay, I will hold you to that, living and cooking. Oh, a nap. That sounds really nice, Scott. Denny, you take care of yourself too. And again, I am hoping to be back in streams at night because that's always been therapy for me. So I'm missing it. I need it. But I'm being as responsible as I can with getting as much sleep as I can. Hey, yeah, Lux, and you can even mix and match. So when Serena's issues were so bad this summer and I switched her to raw, she was getting some puppy kibble with the raw because she needed the calories. The doctor had suggested that we put her on a puppy food, a high quality puppy food, so that she could gain some weight back. And I mean, she's back to normal now. She's got some hip issues and stuff still because she's just an older girl and she's a German Shepherd dog. But her skin is where it needs to be now, and her coat is beautiful again. Hey, be nice. All right, look, I have the one and only. You guys may know him as Texas Santa. I have the one and only Jesse from Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa.
Good afternoon. How you doing?
Hey, how are you? Thanks for popping up. Tell us what's going on.
I've been trying to moderate for you. I ain't got you talking on camera.
I thought you said something about the lottery.
No,
you trying to win the lottery for me? What?
I wish. It's up to, what is it, up to like 700 million or something like that, unless somebody won.
So. Yeah, I think so. I haven't heard about a winner yet.
Yeah.
I have those things even pop up on my Facebook feed about the lottery. So you guys need to cool it. So tell me what's going on down in your neck of the woods. Y'all, Jesse is a Texas neighbor of ours, and here comes Lisa too.
This is the boss right here.
So it's up to 940 million, and the draw is today.
I stand
Tonight.
I stand corrected.
Ooh,
940
y'all go get
million.
your lottery tickets.
And the Powerball is 325 million.
Oh my goodness gracious! Can't win if you don't play.
That's right.
Better than a stick in the eye.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
Hello. So there is. I don't know if that's Brian or Shirley or both of you. Thank you for being here today, and thank you so much for sending that gift for Serena. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, I had to jump up before Scott from Rambling with the Brooms come up and took up all the airwaves. He likes to hog all the air, so I said I better get up there before he gets there. Because once he gets there, I'm back. I'm back seat. I'm like I'm in the Baptist bleachers.
Oh, look, he's telling you to move it on. He's telling you to get going here. Well, tell me what's going on though. What's going on first? What's going on down there in your neck of the woods in Texas?
It's beautiful weather is what's going on over here. We're having like 60-degree weather. That's perfect.
65 on
Yep.
70.
Yeah, it's beautiful and no rain. As long as there's no rain, I'm good.
Until Monday.
So, and where y'all at? 70. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
70 degrees today, which I am surprised because the last time I was out, even a couple of hours ago, I still thought it felt pretty chilly. And I thought, well, there's no way we're really going to hit. There's no way we're really going to get up there. It did it. So, yeah, this is perfect weather. If it was like this every day, I would be so happy. Yeah. Oh, okay. Danny, well, it's over 800 million, so go get you a ticket.
Okay, Scott. Just remember, somebody's got to pick you up from the airport. You may be sitting there twiddling your thumbs. Wonder where my ride's at.
Yeah, Scott says he's very, very shy.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So now tell me what's going on with the channel. What do you guys have coming up?
Well, we got a lot of things we still need to do and record, and I keep telling my wife, "Well, I will do it. When I get around to it." Well, guess what she did? She went and got me around to it. So now I got to do it.
Oh.
Now I can't say, well, when I get around to it. Well, now I got around to it, so I can't.
All right. Yeah, I see what you did there. Yeah.
But anyway, no. So we've been really busy with obviously everybody had Christmas and Thanksgiving and all that, so we were really busy doing that. And Lisa's been busy with her shipping department. We had 3 Christmas giveaways during the month of December that we were really busy with, and then we just had one for New Year's this past Saturday, and gave away a lot of stuff there. So we've been busy doing giving away stuff. Give it away now. So we
yeah, guys. Now they have a hop and chat. You get in their live streams, and it's kind of hard to keep up with all the chatting going on. So
I'll pick you up.
Yeah, but no. So we got a couple of videos we're fixing to come out probably next week. We're still, believe it or not, we're still getting Christmas cards in the mail at the post office that I for whatever reason have been late. So
yeah, I was gonna say that were mailed 2 months ago. Yeah,
correct.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been waiting till I think they're all in. Then I'm gonna drop my Christmas card video out.
Okay.
But other than that, we got I got a review. We got some stuff. We got offered some stuff in the mail. I'm not gonna say what it is, but we got some stuff that they want us to review. So I'm gonna review it and see what what it's about. And if I like it, then I'll post it. And if we don't like it, then we're not gonna post it. But
okay.
You know how it is.
Okay.
I
But
think we'll like it.
I think we'll like it. But other than that, it's same old. If you haven't seen our channel or any of our videos, you're welcome to come visit at Lazy Days Ahead with Jessica and Lisa. And all you have to really do is type in at Lazy Days, and that's DAYZ, by the way.
Yeah.
Lazy Days, it should pop up. I mean, there's enough videos out there that it recognizes us now.
And there's lots to learn there, guys, too. So in addition to some fun stuff, travel stuff.
Lisa loves to can, so we have a lot of canning videos in there.
Lots of things to learn if you've ever wanted to learn how to make jam and jelly. And
speaking of Jamaica, we're going to be going to Louisiana this month on the 19th to go visit with meet up with Scott and Danny Days Ahead. So far we know for sure those two are going to be there in New Orleans.
Okay.
So we'll be there a couple days, 2-3 days before Scott and his wife go on a cruise. So they're going on a cruise to the Bahamas, I think.
Okay, nice.
I believe.
Or Belize. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
So we're going to go down, kind of an unofficial meetup.
Okay,
He's coming all the way from Canada.
We'll get to meet him in person.
Him and his wife, yes.
nice.
So if you're in the New Orleans area on the 19th, 20th, or 21st, or anywhere around there, give us a holler and we'll see if we can hook up and get something to eat or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, there's nothing going on. And I'm moderating every chance I can.
Yeah, Jesse's everywhere all at one time, y'all. I can't tell you how many times I've seen you in 2 or 3 live streams at the same time.
I've done as many as 4 at the same time.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to live chat at the same time. What's up with that?
Yeah.
We
And
got nature times.
and I'll see him in multiple live streams moderating at the same time. Hello, Nina and Boyce. How are you? Thank you for being here
And
today.
we just met Nina and Boyce at another unofficial meetup that took place in Dayton, Texas, believe it or not, from Devil Dog and Gary from Belt Loop 29. Yeah, a lot of nice people, and that's where we met Nina and Boyce. Excellent folks.
Oh gosh, yeah.
So run us over. They do run us late too sometimes, but don't hold that against them. Yeah. Go check them out, and they are changing their logo or the name of their channel.
Yeah, I was telling at the beginning of the stream they've got a rebranding coming up, so
be on the lookout for that.
make sure I haven't missed anyone. Okay, Scott, are you going to come up and say hi? After all the hounding, is he going to come and say hi now?
He can't. He wouldn't do it. He can't do it. He's a wimp. What can I say? You know.
Oh, guess who's here?
Oh, there he is. Greenhouse in the back, and so I've got a bunch of. Well, we lost a bunch of it to the freeze, but I've got a bunch of lettuce and peas and beans and tomatoes are coming.
And our
up
muscadine
too.
vines. We got muscadine vines growing as well.
Oh.
So, being cool at night and then warm during the day, they're all coming up. So I'm happy about that. So as long as we don't get any more freezes, we'll be all right.
Hello, Dogface. Thank you for being here today. Yeah, I've been watching some videos this week on pest proofing raised beds. Because again, I've tried raised beds and it's impossible to keep the ducks and geese out of them. So I've got now some ideas for building a raised bed that's actually enclosed, kind of, to keep them out. Which is only funny because the raised bed I started last year was to grow things to feed to the ducks and geese. I was growing kale and carrots because we feed Cabo and Delilah carrots.
Do you grow your stuff in front of the pond or behind the pond?
In front of. But just because it's closer to the house and I can monitor things that way.
Right.
But look who's here.
There he is.
Hey, Scott.
Man can't even have a nap without somebody trashing him.
Oh no. You gotta get used to being awake all day long.
That's right.
Oh,
that
ain't gonna happen. I need my old man nap.
Meet Scott, everyone. This is Scott from Rambling with the Broom. Scott is in Canada. What time is it there? You're a couple of hours.
4:20.
Okay, I was gonna say. Oh, okay, just an hour ahead of me. I was thinking you were a couple of hours ahead of me. Okay.
Nope.
So they've actually had winter there. You really get winter.
Yeah, they still have.
Yeah,
So
they're actually having winter there. Hi, Nancy.
I just dropped a short. So if you want to see what it looks like after a very thick snow, it wasn't that much, but it stuck to the trees. It actually looked very pretty.
Okay, yeah, I'll check that out.
But I just can't wait to 13 days, 8 hours. I forget where I'm at, but not that I'm keeping track.
He's counting down.
He wants to go check out some of that warm weather. Once you get on the boat, you're going to have a lot of warm weather.
Have you been to New Orleans before, Scott?
No.
Okay. Have you been to Belize before?
No.
Okay.
This is our first cruise.
Okay. Nice.
So we we decided that we were going to raise our own children, and we focused on them. And Debbie's parents live, well, her dad's passed now, but her mom lives about 11 hours away. So that's where our travel money went for 30 some odd years, was going back and forth. So now that my baby is going to be 21 in April, it's time for us to do some stuff.
For you, yes.
Yep.
I have not been on a cruise yet.
What?
It's on the to-do.
Oh my goodness! If you plan on going on a cruise, do the one to Alaska. We've been on 5 cruises.
Okay.
And the one we like the best has been the Alaska cruise.
Well, John Pedrosa that was up on screen a little while ago. They've got a cruise coming up to Alaska. So every time I hear about a cruise, I want to do an Alaskan cruise and a Greek Isles cruise. I want to do the two. Those are the 2 big ones in my mind.
So nothing against Mexico, Belize, Caribbean, Florida. None of the hot. I'm not nothing against those folks. But when you're cruising, and this is not just the cruising side of it. When you're cruising to those destinations, locations, all you see is flat water all the way around you for miles. In fact, hours and hours and hours. In Alaska, you see the ocean, and then you see nothing but mountains, and it's gorgeous.
Okay.
It's dropped in, and if you do go on an Alaska cruise, you got to get a room with a view. When I mean with view, one with a balcony. Because when you step out on that balcony, it's just awe-inspiring to see. And when they're getting close to one of the ports, I mean, if you feel like you can reach out there and touch the mountain, that's how close they are.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's on the bucket list.
Yeah, if you don't go on, if you had any cruise and you had to go and pick on one, I would go the one in Alaska.
Okay.
Now our bucket list is we want to go on one of the river cruises in Amsterdam or up in Europe.
Okay.
We want to do one of those river cruises, which are probably 10,000 a piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Well, there's that lottery again. Go get the ticket.
900 million.
Yeah, that'll buy a couple of cruises there.
Imagine.
I was going to say, Jesse, have you went to get your tickets yet, or am I sending you some money?
Well, I ain't seen no money yet, but we're getting our tickets today.
Okay, I'll send you some money.
Okay. Anyway, other than that, everything is hunky dory. Like I said, we're going to meet up with Scott and Miss Danielle from Danny Days Ahead. He's going to try and be there as well.
Yeah. And we're not sure about Chuck. Chuck was in, Chuck was out, Chuck was in, Chuck was out. And then Belinda had her knee operated on, right? So, yeah.
You'll know when it happens. Hey, Jonesy, Radio Jonesy is here. How are you? I guess you're having summer. Are you having summer right now?
How you doing, Jonesy?
Yeah, they should be well into their summer season.
It's summertime there. So we're over here tooting our horns about 70-degree weather. Yeah. But in Texas in January, that's a pretty warm day.
Well, you know what? It's everywhere. Like Debbie and I went out shopping today. I wore my shorts.
Oh, wow.
Like it's above zero here. Like it's 36, but
yeah, we have. Yeah, again, you are acclimated to that. So I'm sure when it's 36, it doesn't feel as cold.
It's down to 40 here. I'm wearing a parka.
Oh yeah, again, I was complaining all morning about how it was still cold. There's no way it's going to be 70 degrees today. It's still freezing out here.
Oh yeah, no, it's like I shoveled the walkway and the veranda and everything else, the deck, and I had Hank out with me, and we were just having a lot of fun.
No hollering. Here's a question. Hey, guys, cool it.
Yeah.
From P-Hop. So P-Hop says, I would probably be seasick the whole time.
Not unless you have these.
Yeah, I mean, outside.
That's why you get these.
Outside of a storm, you won't feel anything. And in fact, you can even get the patch to wear behind your ear or whatever Scott's got there.
It's like
That's the patch.
Yeah,
you're in a little city on the water.
the way they make those boats now with the different propulsion deals that they have, the stabilizer, they can make that ship, counteract the sway, if you will. So it's riding smooth. So
You'd be surprised.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, I think you would be.
So
We got it just because it's our first cruise. I grew up on the river. So, I know it's 3-4 foot swales, but I've been in and out of the river the whole time. So I don't think I'm going to have an issue. And Debbie grew up on the East Coast. So I don't think she's going to have an issue either. So
you're not going to have any problem.
So when you do go, though, Kathy, you might want to drop about 10 or 12 pounds because you're definitely going to gain it when you get on that boat.
Okay.
There's you can eat 24/7 on the ship.
You can eat
all day, all night. And there's probably 8 sitting opportunities to eat. Other than that, there's the pizza and the hamburger places. And it's like
buffet.
It's a city on a boat,
Okay. Hi, Dawn Ray B. Thank you for being here today.
Hey, Dawn.
Hey, Dawn.
Yes.
There's a lady that has a beautiful, beautiful deck overlooking paradise.
Yeah, she's in West Virginia.
Yeah.
Yep.
That great piece of property. Yep. And she raises quail, believe it or not, by herself. She doesn't have somebody do it for her. She raises quail and chickens by herself, and does a great job with it.
So I learned something new today that Buc-ee's actually has quail eggs, pickled quail eggs.
Oh wow! I didn't know.
Yeah. Nora was going through a Buc-ee's and she's like, "Oh, here's quail eggs pickled." I'm like,
"Oh yeah.
That seems unique."
Eggs. Yeah, they do have pickled. Yeah, they have pickled, a bunch of pickled stuff.
They are actually.
Do they have them at all of the Buc-ee's, or just is it a regional thing? You mean you think they have them in Texas for sure? If any of them are going to have it.
Yeah. Well, it's probably regional, but
you know what? I think was it on like the stand where the jams and jellies
yes.
and
yeah. Oh yeah. All the pickles and Okay.
Yeah, I think she was with all the hot sauces and that, Lisa. I think that's right around the area where she was.
Yeah.
It was actually quite neat.
Yeah, and if you haven't been to a Buc-ee's, now they're all not just, they started in Texas, but now they're in Alabama, Kentucky. I think they're all over the place now. Well,
because that's where Nora is. She lives in Mickey's house, so. She's in Orlando, so
it's one of the best restaurants. Well, not restaurants, but the best
restroom.
Oh yeah, the best restrooms in all the world, I think. Other than that, you just
what's that? Buc-ee's.
You can't beat a Buc-ee's.
Okay.
Oh look, so we have another guest coming up. You ready? Jonesy.
Good morning.
So it's colder. Did you see his comment, guys? It's cooler there than it is here, even though he's having summer. So, Jonesy,
that's crazy.
Tasmania.
Tell our audience where you are, Jonesy.
Yeah, I'm in.
Oops.
Uh-oh.
But there you go.
You're back, but your screen. There you go. Oh. Okay,
so you're the Tasmanian devil. I get it now.
Look at my international chat going on here now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, Jonesy, I know you are the king of sound effects. You mean to tell me you don't have a sound effect of Tasmania when you bring that thing up, going a devil, or whatever it does?
What do they make? What sound do they make?
Oh man, they're like like you hear that in the middle of the night, and you're walking around the countryside, and you just go, well, "That's why they're called devils." It's just
they have a real ornery growl, and
oh yeah,
like they're pissed at the world.
The best sound, yeah.
If I look like one of them things, I'd probably growl too.
I was going to say it probably doesn't have a whole lot of friends.
Yeah, probably not. They
It
like
looks
Well,
like it would equate to what we call a fisher.
How big do they
they're like
get?
a
You
bed.
know, Jonesy? How big do
Oh,
those
they're
things
like little
cat?
dogs.
Oh, okay, about
Yeah,
size
bigger
Okay,
than a
so
cat.
dog.
Yeah,
it's
Wow.
like
like a
what we
bat cat.
call fishers.
I wouldn't know what a fisher is.
Google it whenever we get off, and it's called a fisher. And I mean, it'll eat a chicken.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah.
it'll even attack a small calf.
See, their jaw actually comes apart. Like it can go wide, like it widens its mouth to swallow, and
Almost like a snake, like snakes
yeah,
do. They just
and
they're
they rip apart. They rip the animals. Like they're scavengers, so they'll find something in the forest that's either wounded or dead, and then they just.
Wow. So for those in my chat watching, all of my guests here on the screen have channels. You should check out their channels. Hello, Seth the Welsh. How are you? Thank you for being here today.
Yeah, I took the lovely little pup for a walk this morning, and I've come home and I thought it was. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
That's a little fisher.
that's a fish.
Yeah, that's a baby fisher. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
and
wow.
they're nasty, evil things.
Wow. He's so cute, though.
It looks like a miniature bear. It actually
That's kind of like
It,
like
Yep.
a brown bear.
Yeah.
But look how long that body is.
He's up
Oh,
a
yeah.
tree.
So,
well,
Jonesy, what do you have coming up on your channel?
More. I like going down the beach this time of year, so I just film random stuff on the beach, and yeah, I'm in Tasmania, which is the smallest island down the bottom of the mainland, and the water's not the warmest, and the beaches can be a bit like Hawaii. There's either golden sands or there's volcanic rock, so it's sort of. It's like
Ooh.
I call Tasmania as Hawaii by the South Pole.
Okay.
Yeah. Cruises are good. We're going on a cruise in March, just around Australia, but yeah, and you do need to loosen the belt buckles and all that good stuff.
That or wear jumpers or sweatpants. To the
Yeah,
hotel.
I got it all. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like the music. We're in Tasmania. I'm in Burnie, which is the northwest, like up the top. If Tasmania is like a heart, I'm the top left.
Well, Scott, every day that you're on the ship, well, same for you, Radio Jonesy. Every day that you're on the ship, the night before, or at night they're gonna slip something under your door, which is the itinerary for the whole next day, and you can plan whatever you want to do, especially if you're out at sea. They have like bingo, they have auctions, they have shows, they have just a tons of things to do during the day while you're out at sea. And then when you're at port, obviously you can do whatever you can do off, out of port.
You have a dreamy blur over you, Jesse.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, exactly. No, Jesse, you're not that kind of blurry, buddy. Or you're a blur, but you're not that dreamy.
Thank you, Kathy.
Yeah.
But
your hands were nice and clear.
Did it clear up?
That's what that little animal did.
No, you got a haze. I was gonna say it looks like your internet's starting to bum out on you.
Actually, here's a post. Yeah, that's a postcard. That's where I live, right?
Oh wow!
There.
Wow!
Oh, beautiful.
Wow.
One of the travel agents from Ottawa, about 45 minutes from me, is on a 10 or 14-day cruise right now, all around Australia.
Yeah.
And I think one of their stops is Tasmania.
Yeah, they come in right out the front of my place. Like,
okay.
There's a port. Where are we? There's where the sort of beach finishes.
Yep.
Down the bottom there, and there's a bit of a port there. There's a wall where my top finger is that sort of stops the waves coming in.
I don't know if there's a wrestling going on over by the door.
Good.
Gucci, come.
It's
They know
fun
they're
just
not supposed to wrestle in the house.
it's
Oh,
fun
yeah,
just
there, you're back.
There
Yeah.
you go, Jesse. That's
That
a little
better?
better.
This
That's
is
better,
what it
bud.
was. Yeah. Don Ray B says it's the Olin Mills portrait blur. Romantic. Yeah.
Oh, come on, Don Ray. You're going to swell his already large head.
I probably got dreamy. I probably got dreamy because Don Ray B showed up.
Guys.
That's okay. That don't bother me. I got one.
I've got two.
And it seems like they only want to bark when you're on live or you're on the phone.
Well, I'm
Yep.
really proud that they've made it this far without getting too carried away. Because typically we just go outside a lot. If the weather's nice, I don't wait for them to get antsy. I just keep it moving, and we go outside, and then we get puzzle toys out, and I just try to keep them occupied. But so ordinarily, if Richard was feeling better, he would have just come out and, I don't know, put him outside or.
Hey, before I forget, I did want to tell you your Did You Know segment. I loved it, man.
Did you?
I'm a I don't want to say history buff, but I love learning things that you would, have you ever had like the bathroom reader, Uncle John's bathroom reader? It's stuff like the stuff it's like normal. It's out of the ordinary, and that's the kind of stuff I like.
Did you know any of that stuff already?
No, I didn't know any of that stuff. That's what I'm saying. That's what I liked about it. Because wow, I didn't know that.
There was a lot more on that site, but I just went through to randomly pick some stuff that I thought.
Wow, that was great. And you could repeat the same ones again in a week or so, and because you're not going to remember them all.
Oh gosh, yeah.
But excellent segment. You need to keep that in your repertoire.
Okay,
there.
Can do. You are so right, Seth. And if I ever get any better at Mad Libs, we'll do Mad Libs every now and then too, just because I think that's fun.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a Mad Lib fan at all. I mean, anybody else loves them, that's fine. I do not. I just. it's like to me, honestly, those are like hands on the chalkboard.
Oh no! And it may be a game though too that's more fun live with people.
Yeah,
I know it doesn't translate well online, but I can do all kinds of little did you knows and
because I get tuckered out just trying to figure out what's an adjective, what's a verb, what's a plural verb, a plural adjective. Oh my God! I'm thinking, wait a minute.
I think we left school a long time ago.
I'm telling you, and then by the time you do all that, then you read the story. I'm more out. I just
you're throwing in the towel.
Yeah, that may be something on the back burner then.
That's just me. Now, everybody else may like it. Trust me, I'm not knocking it for anybody else. Just me.
Well, I sure liked doing the Did You Knows today too, because those were interesting to me. So.
Well,
anything to do with history
is almost like a Did You Know? Because I didn't know some of the stuff that on this day. Back in Black, it was like wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
it's very popular in the radio game. Is the on this day, and you just read off what comes up on the website, and people just love it.
100 years ago today, 200 years ago today, 300 years ago today. You can just do it like that and figure, wow.
Yeah.
There's just a ton of information out there.
Yeah.
And the world keeps spinning.
And I guess everybody here is old enough to remember the Britannica and World Encyclopedias and stuff. That was our internet. If you wanted to find out, you had to go find it yourself, and you didn't even know where to look half the time.
Yeah.
Exactly. We had to go read it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't Uncle Google Pants spitting something out.
And then you had to write it to do your report on it. You didn't have. There was no. There was no work.
Keyboard.
And there wasn't no copy machine for us because if it was a copy machine, it wasn't. We couldn't. We had no access to one.
Yeah.
You had to write everything out.
And it didn't matter how good your answer was if your handwriting wasn't neat and tidy. They still downgraded.
Yeah, a lot of stress there. Absolutely.
And that was back when we did handwriting, cursive.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
I sure do.
I don't even know what that is.
Apparently, they're bringing that back though in the school curriculum in Canada.
Oh, are they?
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Good.
Well,
I'll believe it whenever I see it. But
how many kids today know what Roman numerals are?
Yeah.
How many kids today know what a number is?
Well, or how to do math the long way, without a phone. You know, plus,
Oh,
minus,
man.
multiply, divide.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
kidding. No kidding.
We're in a different world now.
Hello, Emma.
Absolutely.
How are you? Thanks for being here today.
Like I said, Kathy, these things are very smart, but they've made us dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
The
remember
government.
I used to know all the phone numbers of my family. I don't even know
Yeah.
my mom and dad's phone number. I just say call dad,
Uh-huh.
call mom.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just that easy. So you don't even remember the phone number.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, wow.
I was out somewhere the other day and someone said, have you got my wife's phone number? And I went, "Oh, I have, but hang on, I'll have to look it up on my phone and then read it to you because I wouldn't know it off by heart," which is sad.
Erica
Yeah.
says that they used World Book. It was a World Book, and they had an unabridged Webster's Dictionary.
Yeah, we had
Yeah,
well,
ask a question and get told, look it up. Yeah, that's how
Yep.
it was.
then you had the body clears where the whole page of the body, human body, and you used to move the clears across, and then you seen more of the whatever you were looking for.
I remember, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I remember as a kid growing up,
Jeez, we sound like an old.
remember when the National Geographics came out? Oh my goodness, that was your, look into the other parts of the world.
Travel around the world, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was my father-in-law had almost every what do you call it? Just
Maps.
Edition.
well,
Format.
he had every one of those books, every
Okay.
single volume, every single to this day he's got tons of them.
Wow.
Because what do they
That's
say?
awesome.
What do they say? I've been indoctrinated. No, I've been where they bring you into the organization.
Initiated.
No, not
No,
initiated.
no.
Indoctrinated.
You're right, Jesse.
Accepted it. You have to be accepted into the what's it called?
Fraternity.
Well, it's like
No,
the little boy said it on It's a Wonderful Life. Remember when he was showing the book of the National Geographic book and had Fiji and all that stuff? He got accepted as a member of the National Geographic Society. Well, that was back when you had to apply for membership.
Membership, yep.
And he was accepted. So he had all these volumes of National Geographic books. I mean,
Yeah, my brother's got a house in Fiji, Jesse.
oh really?
He married a local, and his in-laws gave him some land, and they just built this big house, which is big for them, like big for the town, but for him it wasn't that much to get it done.
I wonder what the cost of living is there. Very
Extraordinarily cheap. Yeah.
wow.
Hey.
He doesn't know whether to retire there or retire here, but he's got like over there the golf courses. He's a mad golfer, and the golf courses in Fiji are sensational. So that's where he met his lovely wife. And
Well, you won't believe this. You won't believe this, Jonesy, but I'm a mad golfer myself. Every time that ball goes right or left, I get mad. I can't keep it straight. I play that army golf, left, right.
I used to drag him around the golf course when I was a teenager. He's 10 years younger than me. My parents used to say, "Take little Matt with you, just get him out of the house," basically. So we'd hit down the fairway, and he'd be just chipping away like little chips, and he'd follow us all around the golf course. And in the end, he'd become a semi-professional. He become that good. He played at the British Open, and he's played a lot of major tournaments.
jeez.
Yeah.
And in case you didn't know this, when you go out to play golf, if you've ever watched the movie Happy Gilmore, you cannot hit a golf ball like that. Trust me, I've tried it.
I've done it once, but it went so far sideways. that-
I tried to hit the ball swing, and I missed it like 4 times before I even hit the ball. He makes it look easy.
Yes.
You know how many times he's tried to do that, though?
Yeah, he probably tried it several times.
Oh,
I don't know how
yeah.
many takes he had to do for each one.
Oh yeah.
Because it's not easy.
Yeah, we don't get extra takes when we do it. Does anybody else want to come join us on screen?
So you just got Emma Simmons that joined.
Yes.
Well, isn't it amazing how we're talking about technology? You got a Canadian, an Australian, and a couple of Americans just sitting down having a morning. For me, it's a morning chat.
That sounds like a bad joke.
It does, doesn't it?
Change of subject, but so Brutus here, oh, that's not you, has one of those Apple things on his collar. Those
the tracker.
Oh, the Apple.
Yeah.
And then it just makes a little tinkly noise. It makes. What does that mean?
Batteries maybe dead or dying.
Battery's going low. Oh, the battery's going low. No,
Give Mum a kiss. That's the way.
No. It's fine. You're fine.
Give Mum a kiss. That's the way.
As much as I hate to say it, Google it, and I bet you it'll be a low battery.
It's like the one my son has one that's from Apple. It's a round white disc. Is it a white disc?
Let's see.
Oh, it's a collar. Yeah, the black one.
It's on his collar.
Yeah. So my son has one, and he's got it set up to where, and it's in his vehicle. If his vehicle moves, it sends an alert.
Oh, interesting.
So if the vehicle moves, it lets him know that the vehicle has moved from the location.
It's done it a few times, and I haven't connected any dots on if it's because he's doing something or he's in a certain spot in the house or. Well, I didn't know.
Oh wow, they're in full bloom.
Oh, beautiful.
Hydrangeas, yeah,
they're beautiful.
I've got a few of the smaller ones on the side there, trying to make my yard goes up on terraces, like it's a bit of a hill.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make that a big terrace running around. But I was just trying to say the winds. It is a cool day today.
Now, where you're at, Jonesy, is it real mountainous there?
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, there's also Cradle Mountain is probably the biggest tourist destination. It's a lovely place, not far from here. But this is a holiday destination. This time of year, it's very hard to get a flight in or out to the island. Like it's, if you went on the ferry, like to take the car across to the mainland, you can get across that way. But coming back, it's booked out for months. You can't get your car back. So you gotta get across and hire a car. So you
almost got to make an appointment, huh? You almost got to schedule an appointment to go across and go back.
Yeah, you've got to book your trip back before you book your trip across, to not make sure you can get back.
Oh, okay.
Because people just keep coming.
Hey, Erica's in Mississippi, so maybe she can go meet up with you guys in New Orleans.
Yeah, we're right down there in New Orleans, and I can't even remember the name of the hotel now. The Hyatt?
No.
Marriott?
No. Wyndham.
Wyndham. Yeah, Motel 6 Wyndham.
No.
When did they
You can stay there.
For me.
I'll be I'm only a few steps from the French Market.
Yeah, so we'll be at the Wyndham, whatever, in the French Quarter.
I can't remember. I know the tour you get to. I guess they still do the tour of the battleship there. That was really interesting.
Yeah.
So we want to do the World War II museum, and Debbie wants to do the hop on, hop off bus tour. So,
yeah.
And other than that, I got to get my square naps in a day, and
yeah.
Oh no.
Thank you, Emma Simmons. That's very sweet. Yeah. So I've been to New Orleans many times. My first time when I was in high school, I was president of our French club, and our French club went to New Orleans. I think that was my junior year. I think the first time I went. So there were things we didn't get to see and do that year. But I've been back several other times, and then lived in Gulfport, Mississippi for 4 years. And so it was a kind of a regular thing. You know, I feel like once a month or so we'd go to New Orleans. Clarksdale, Mississippi.
Yep.
There you go.
It's a nice music town.
I like old Gulfport. That's where the casino's at.
Uh-huh.
Been there several times.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was right there on the beach, pretty much. The beach was right across the street from me. My oldest grandchild was born shortly after I moved to Gulfport and had to drive in the middle of the night to New Orleans to fly to oh my gosh, where was Leslie? And she was up in the Amarillo. Oh my gosh, couldn't remember. Up in Amarillo, Texas, in the Texas Panhandle, to be there for my grandbaby.
Yeah, I don't remember which hurricane it was because there's been so many, but there's one that went through Gulfport, just tore that place completely up. I mean, all the beautiful homes along the shoreline, you know,
Oh yeah, well Katrina tore it up.
Wasn't that it started with an A, wasn't it? Alfred.
Well, Katrina
Sure.
and
Katrina wiped out New Orleans.
Yeah.
there was another one though, right there after that.
Well, Ivan was short. Hurricane Ivan was going through right after we came back to Texas.
Ike, it was Hurricane.
That's it. It was Ivan.
And Hurricane Ike is when we stayed for Hurricane Katrina. Tore Gulfport completely up.
Yeah.
When we went there after the Katrina, and there was nothing on the shoreline. There was sand everywhere. Trees were blown over. Houses were demolished, not demolished, but just tore up. You could tell there was wind damage. Tree was hit them. I just couldn't believe the how catastrophic it was.
Yeah.
But the hotels were,
the casinos were fine.
They were perfectly fine. They were, well, I take that back. The Hard Rock Casino that was right next to the one we went, which was Beau Rivage, they got hit pretty hard. The Hard Rock.
Did you guys stay put for like Harvey and Rita and?
Yeah, we were here for Harvey, and I was this far. Where's my camera? I was this near. I'm sorry. I was this far away from water getting in the house.
Wow.
It had rained for one more hour. I would have been flooded.
Yeah. Wow.
It was. We had everything up on blocks. We were ready for it, but we got lucky and it didn't come in the house.
Jeez.
It was close. And what was bad was not really the rain and the flooding. It was the big trucks that would come through the house, down the road, and then it would make a wake. So I had to put a board in front of the door out just for us. When the wake hit, it would hit that board and not push water into the house.
Yeah.
These people were just going crazy out there.
I can't imagine. We get a lot of rain here even, and it doesn't come in the house. The house is raised up off the ground, but duck pen will flood and the barn will flood. And
and you guys up there, y'all get those flash floods.
Oh my gosh.
It'll be a beautiful day, and all of a sudden it turns dark, and then you get this gully washer come down.
Yeah.
Thunderstorm.
Yeah.
I like that too. Gully washer.
Yep.
Hi, Debbie Blair. Thanks for being here.
That sounds Australian.
Well, guys, I gotta head out because I just got notice that dinner is ready.
Okay. Thanks for popping on with me.
All right.
Well, anytime. And we're gonna see you in a little over 12 days there, buddy.
Yep.
And I'll see you guys at your lives.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we'll be live.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna go live tomorrow. I got to go into the U.S. and check my mailbox tomorrow morning. So, so long as I don't have any snow, I'm gonna head out. I don't know, about 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock your time.
And y'all be sure and check out the short that he just put up so we can see the pretty snow on the trees up there.
Yep. Go see that.
And then I'll bring it down to you.
No.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm not sure if they'll let me put it in the cargo bay, but I can't hold it.
We'll see.
You can bring it as far as Dallas area. Then after that,
All right.
Just put it in a bucket. It should make it.
There you go. All right, guys. Take care.
Thanks, Scott.
Nice
Bye-bye.
Yeah, so we'll probably go live as well. We're going to go live on the 19th that day. We're going to go live while we're on the road. Because it's
Fun.
going to be about a 5.5 hour drive.
Yeah. Fun.
So sometime during that drive, we'll go live.
I like that. It's I-10. You just take I-10 over. Yeah.
Great shot, I-10.
I love that. I love that drive. That right there along the ocean. I love that.
Yep.
It's the best part about living on an island. The highway goes around the island, basically.
Em, you are family. You're family here. We're not just friends. We're family. So you're part of the family here.
So Jonesy, is there really a road that goes completely around the island? Is there
on the east coast there is, but then there's like two major shortcuts right across the middle.
Okay.
But the Highway 1, you could, like Highway 1 runs right from the northwest and runs right around the top of the island. And when you're driving on that road, it's just the views are dangerous because they're so nice. You're driving along and you're just sort of looking at the views.
Yeah.
Here comes a curve. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, here comes a truck.
Oh yeah.
And the highways here aren't like the highways you have. They're more like country roads.
Yeah. So it's probably one of the kind of roads where you don't want to be texting or viewing what's out there.
You can't hold your phone in this country without being, if a police see you touching your phone, it's like a $300, $400 fine.
I don't know if that's Nina or Boyce, but bye, Nina and or Boyce. Thank you for popping in. We love you guys. I can't wait to plant my seeds. She sent me some seeds with the Christmas card.
What are you going to focus on this year, Kathy? What crop are you going to be
I
growing?
still want to grow kale. I really want to grow kale because I like kale. I cook with kale. And again, the ducks and geese enjoy eating kale.
Well,
and I want to have some cantaloupes or watermelons. I want to
grow what's all the hype about kale? I mean, I don't get
I think it's just got lots of vitamins in it. And
well, obviously, it has probably more nutrients than maybe iceberg lettuce or
yeah.
Like that.
Well, I'm growing about 50 iceberg lettuces as we speak up in my little greenhouse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're we had floods here and they were very expensive to get, and I thought I'll never get stuck like that again. I'm going to start growing them, and now I've got more lettuces than I can eat.
Hey, Mike and Terry. I don't know if it's Mike or Terry or Mike and Terry. Thank you for being here today.
Well, today's Friday, right? So it's probably Mike because he's probably on there because he's off probably today. He only works. He's there 4 days a week, but he probably only works 2.
Okay. Technically.
Prove me wrong, Mike.
Here's a kale recipe here. Kale baked in olive oil, salt, and pepper is the best. Interesting. So I use it in soups a lot. So I just like it. It makes it pretty. So even just a little bit of finely chopped kale in like my chicken noodle soup or potato soup or vegetable beef soup. And I have to chop up anything really fine because Richard doesn't like vegetables. So it has to be real small.
So Kathy, if you don't mind, I'd like to put in a shameless plug.
Please, no. I wanted people to come up and talk about their channels and put in plugs.
I don't know if MT Homestead wants to come up or not, but they are having a Mid-America meetup in Oklahoma on Lake Tenkiller on the 19th, 20th, and 21st of May. Coming up.
Yeah, and Mike, come up and meet my chatters. I put the link it's a pinned comment for the link.
So I want to put the information. You can find the information on their Facebook account. It's in the chat, and it's supposed to be a really beautiful lake. Probably one of the cleanest and clearest lakes in Oklahoma, they say. Okay. Now, I've never been there, so I can't say firsthand, but from what I've heard, it's probably one of the best lakes in Oklahoma. Beautiful lake, they say, and the spots and the hotels and Airbnbs are going to fill up quick. So, and not because of this, but they're going to fill up because there's going to be other events take place between now and then, fishing tournaments and that kind of stuff. So, if you want to go to this Mid-America YouTube meetup, there's I want to say, and this is, I don't have the official, but it was like 35 on Wednesday. It's probably close to 40 or 50 channels that are already committed to be there. So
that might be closer for us than New Orleans, right?
Yes. Oh, a lot closer.
Okay.
But it's going to be the Mid America. And by the way, they already got merchandise for the meetup. You'll find that off of MT Homestead's.
Okay. Yeah, Mike, if you want to come up and say hi,
yeah.
give us more details.
I was in America in 2020, and the biggest thing I can remember about going to Oklahoma was that when we're driving on the roads, I can't even tell you what highway or what road it was, but we were doing the 100, and there's the Amish with the horse and cart, like you come and you're doing 100 next to me. And they go, "What's?" As an Australian, you go, "What's this?" And you're slowing right down, and it's the horse and carts. That's the biggest thing I can recall. We stopped and there's a lot of stalls in a few properties. Amish were selling stuff, and we stopped and bought all sorts of.
I watched the video the other day where a police officer ran into a horse and buggy with 4 people in the buggy, and they all went to the hospital. And then the officer had to kill the horse because it was in such pain. He ran into it, just didn't see him. He was distracted or was looking at his computer or phone or whatever. And he hit him without even stopping. You know how you would normally stop? Yeah. It was like he didn't see him. Boom, and it was dark. I don't know if he didn't have a reflector ride or whatever, but all 4 folks made it out okay. But they all had to go to the hospital.
Here's the scoop on kale. Kale has vitamins and minerals, calcium, iron, potassium, and vitamins A, C, and K. High levels of antioxidants, which help to protect cells from damage caused by free radicals. So let's hear it for kale. So I want to know kale. I do want to know kale. Look, we have some more visitors. So here comes John from Home Bartending with John. John was a guest on the show several months back. How you doing? I'll take a hop.
How they doing?
From Home Bartending with John. John was a guest on the show
several months back. I'll take you, Mike.
John was a guest on the show. Someone's got a tab open and the sound is not muted. Okay. So, and we have Mike from MT Homestead.
Hey, everybody.
Hey. So, John, tell us what's going on in your neck of the woods. Are you guys having winter? You're north.
Yeah, we had a little bit of snow today, but it turned more rain. So right now we got nothing.
What's the temperature?
Probably about 35.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean we had our blizzard over Christmas, and then by New Year's it was gone.
Okay. So is there some coming still in the forecast? You've got more snow coming?
Yeah, they say we get a little bit coming. Like what we got coming today was it didn't stick. It was just wet snow. So.
Did you hear us earlier? Jesse and I both have 70-degree temperatures today.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, we didn't have 70. I still had a jacket on.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And Mike, what's going on in your neck of the woods?
Well, it's Oklahoma, so it's windy.
Oh,
it's 65 and partly cloudy. We shouldn't get any rain for the next week or so, so we're good.
Were you part of the storm system? Was it last week? There was a little arm of storms that went through the...
I mean, we had straight line winds up to 60 miles an hour. And we just finished building that turkey hutch, and it made it, so we're good. So, yeah.
And is there more of that headed your way?
No.
Okay.
No, it should be pretty calm weather.
All right. So what can you tell us about the Mid-America meetup?
Well, I will tell you that it's a lot of work putting something like this together and doing coordination with the state, with the parks and all that kind of stuff, answering a lot of questions. I think Terry said that we're up to 140 questions on our emails and stuff like that. But it's going to be up at Lake Tenkiller at Cherokee Landing State Park. There's 105 camping spots there. And right now we have 27 people that have made reservations so far. We have 35 people as of last night that are channels that are going. plus all their entourage, their kids, spouses, all that stuff that are coming. We still have, 5 months until it happens. So hopefully we fill that park up, and it should be a pretty dang good event. We wanted to do it for a couple of reasons. We went to the Pinecone Festival and the camping. We had a blast doing this last year, or September.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people said, well, it's all the way down in Texas. So we said, Terry committed to it, and she said, well, let's do one up here and let's find a place to do it like that. So we went over to Arkansas when Drew from Drew's Lens got back off of his road trip, and we're at Blue Mountain Lake up there, which is a Corps of Army Engineer lake. And the campsites are just absolutely awesome. So we talked about that location. And then JB Conway from Pure Okie said, hey, why don't you come up here? We have a lot of camping sites here on 10 Killer. And we went up to 10 Killer, and we said, well, this is like people that said they couldn't come. They were from Kansas, from Missouri, and stuff like that. So this is a little bit farther north, so more people can attend to it. And I think the first people that signed up for it and made their reservation was Tom and Rhonda at Home with Tom and Rhonda, who host the Pinecone Festival. So they're coming to it. The lodge is absolutely filled up. So all those rooms have been taken, and people are, there's a lot of what did they call them? Airbnbs in the Lake 10 Killer area, hundreds of them, and they're starting to fill up. I mean, people are finding them on that Airbnb site and stuff like that. So I know they told us last night, Full Blown Country, they got an Airbnb now. So there's room. If you don't want to sleep on the ground, you want to glamp it, there's RV slots with full hookups. There's tent sites. There's lodging. There's Airbnbs. Tahlequah is only 13 miles away from the campsite. There's a university there. They got Cherokee, the big Cherokee casino that they just built there. Restaurants. I mean, it's a nice location, and everything's not that far away from it. If that's what you want to do. I mean, Best Westerns, True Hotels. All these hotels are right there if that's what you want to do. So,
okay.
But we're going to be right there on the ground. Just got a thing. Tim from Ridge Life, he just reserved his spot for his RV, so he's coming. And Simple Life Reclaim confirmed that they're coming. And Buck, Maddie from Backwoods Mindset, he's confirmed he's coming. We got people coming from upstate New York. We got people out west that are coming here to this thing. So it's going to be a real good meetup. Just so I kind of like them this way, where they're not formal. I mean, you go to like Homesteaders of America and stuff like that. It's real formal, a lot of classes and stuff like that. The Okie Homesteading Expo, the same way. But this one's more of getting together in fellowship, people of like minds, talking to each other, coordinating projects together, actually getting to meet the other channels except for here on the square box.
Right.
And the same thing with subscribers. I mean, we wouldn't be channels without subscribers, and we encourage subscribers to sign up. There's a lot of subscribers that's on the tentative list that haven't moved over to the I'm coming list. So we encourage them, and it's a great opportunity for subscribers to come meet the channels that they watch, interact, give us your feedback, because without feedback, I mean, when you come to these things, it's a lot of good constructive feedback that you get from subscribers, and that's what we really want to do. So that's why we're putting this thing on.
Sweet.
That's right.
So, Mike, you've made it when you can get somebody from Australia to come to your meetup.
Who's coming?
I said you've made it. If you can get
Oh,
somebody.
if I can get somebody.
Remember, I don't know if there's any one particular channel, but there is a few people we know
Yeah.
that probably should come out to the Mid America meetup.
Well, that's a good time to plan your vacation to the States.
Now, I don't know who's first, whether it's going to be Hoops or whether it's going to be Jonesy or Annie's Kitchen. I don't know who's going to be first, but
yeah,
we can get one of them Australians to show. That'd be great.
Well, if they come from Australia, I'll feed them the whole time they're here.
Okay.
That'll probably cost me about $30-$40, but the plane ticket is like
spread the word. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a challenge when you know I'm coming. Look out.
We've got Australia and the UK in the house here. At least I did have.
Now I paid a pretty penny when I visited Australia. So.
Yeah, but you were coming from Korea, so it's not the same.
Yeah. I think it was only a 13-hour flight down to Australia.
No. From where? Oh, Korea. Yeah.
From Korea.
So no pressure, John, but you need to schedule a meetup up there.
Yeah.
Because we probably can use a few Singapore slings over there at the meetup.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. He's always the self-appointed bartender, so.
There you go.
Yeah, I've been to Lake Ten Killer. I was there last year. Really nice place.
It is.
Were you at the Cherokee?
Yeah, we had our. Sorry, I was just saying we had our Marine Corps reunion there last year.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a real nice place.
Yeah, here, I mean, if you go down there, they got a lot of scuba diving places that teach scuba diving all the way up to your master diver and all that kind of stuff. And that's right now, I mean, every lake in Oklahoma turns brown when it starts raining because of the red clay and all that here. But then Lake Tenkiller, that has the Illinois River feeds into it, and then it has natural underground springs that feed it also. That's what makes it so crystal clear and stuff. So
nice.
Yeah, I think it's huge too.
Yeah.
It's a real big lake.
Is that usually a good time of year weather-wise there? I mean, when I think of May, it's like here, like around Cinco de Mayo, there have been lots of hailstorms that come through here.
Well, May
early in the month.
May traditionally hurricanes come in May, but the way the weather is and tornadoes are, somewhere around the June, July, somewhere in there. But heck, we're having tornadoes now here.
Yeah.
And so who knows?
Yeah. Okay.
Who knows? But the good thing about the state park is they have tornado shelters on site in the state park here in Oklahoma.
Okay.
So.
Now, Mike, is there a pavilion that's going to be there somewhere where everybody gets together? And
Terry and I, we've already rented Creek Campground Pavilion, so that's where everything's going to happen. Terry and I are furnishing dinner the first night on Friday. So we'll furnish that. We're recruiting barbecuers and stuff like that. If people want to bring a dish for that'd be great too. And then we're providing breakfast on Sunday. We're trying to get Nick at down in Texas, and actually he's in Oklahoma. What is it? Grilling Addiction with Nick.
Okay.
He's a I don't know what they call him, a deputy pastor of his church and stuff like that, so we can have like a sunrise service there on the lake and stuff like that for those who have questions. Well, some people were saying, well, we got to leave on Saturday because we got to go to church. So he'll do a non-denominational type sunrise service and stuff like that. So
hello, Darian at Magnificent Germany with Darian. And Darian, content creators are invited to come up and hang out on the stream with me. Even non-content creators are invited to come hang out on the stream with me. I will have to wrap it up a little bit to go feed the ducks and geese, but I'm digging having you guys. I'm just digging you guys visiting with me here.
Well, Kathy, how's it feel to be surrounded by men? A bunch of men.
I don't know. You know, so growing up, I was such a tomboy that all my best friends were boys. Even through high school, I think all my best friends were guys. I don't know. It doesn't feel funny to me. Y'all are brothers, so. And let's see. So I was going to say, I know I'm not the oldest, but I don't think I'm the youngest.
Well, I can say I'm not the oldest. I know somebody else might be a little bit, not making me see any names, but might be older than me.
You think?
Must be the grey beard then.
I know one of the questions that we get asked the most about the meetup is the cost. The cost for camping there starts at $15 a night for a tent camping site, and then I think the most is up. What was it? $26 for an RV.
Water and electric, yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, it's cheaper. The lodge there, the rooms were going for $78.95 a night, but it's a really beautiful place. And it's in the summertime. You got the pool, you got all the amenities that's there at the lodge and stuff like that. But that was the first thing that filled up.
Well, and I'm sure it's the same there. I know here we have like passes that you can buy, or like a yearly state park type membership, and it's cheaper. Then it's cheaper to get sites when you're camping. So if there's anyone interested in going, it could be worth it. If you think you're going to visit a couple of times in the year, it pays for itself to get you one of those like park passes.
Yeah.
And then they're good for any state park in the state. So.
Yeah. I think that if you go to our MT Homestead Facebook page, there is an event page on there that you can click on, and it has all the email, the phone numbers. If you're a veteran, if you're disabled, I mean, we try to put as much stuff on there as humanly possible. We even put the smoking policy for the state parks and stuff like that, because we had questions. Hey, it's a state park. It's ran by the government. Is there a smoking policy? Well, we had to put that on there. I mean, those are the questions we just keep getting. And some people look at there, they go, why would somebody ask you that? Everything's important to everybody.
Yeah.
So we got JB, who actually lives a mile and a half from the park, and she has her own RV campsite that she runs as a business there off the parks and stuff like that. And so she's helped us out a lot, and kudos to her.
Sweet. Well, y'all check that out then. All right, no more takers for coming up to visit. So I need to wrap things up again. This is about the time the ducks and geese get fed, and then the dogs are after that.
Well, thank you, Kathy, for allowing me to come up and say hello and wish you guys a wonderful 2023.
Thank you.
I've been so down and tired, and this really energized me to have this many people come to the stream, and then have all of you guys come up and be on the screen with me. So I'm encouraged. I appreciate you guys. And Connie Cleary, thank you for becoming a channel member. Oh, my heart. Thank you.
All right.
And thank you, Mike, for coming up and telling everybody about the.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that might be something. Maybe we could pull that off. That's not too far. We could even drive up and spend a little while and drive back down same day.
Kathy, we're in Houston, and we're going to be there.
Okay. So, well, again, we just always have to have a plan for who's
going
to pick up all
the problem
animals.
you have is you got to have a farm sitter.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Lock up
farm
the
sitters
animals.
are hard to find.
So, but we'll see. We did it when we went to New York, so maybe we can find somebody that can come and spend a day. And
oh, that's another thing, Mike. You can say they don't have to go for all 3 days. You can go for the first day, second day, or the last day. Either one.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Well, day 2 is probably the most important day if you're going to pick a day just to come up and do a turn and burn to go back home, because that's the day that we are from 10 o'clock in the morning to 2 o'clock is where we're going to do the actual meet and greet.
Okay.
You'll be doing that the whole time for the 3 days, but that's where channels can bring their merch, their crafts, all that stuff, and they can sell it, give it away, whatever they plan on doing is on that time period on Saturday. And I know like LG Homestead, she's coming, but she's only coming on Saturday to do the meet and greet and do all that kind of stuff. So people, I mean, there's quite a few channels doing one day.
Yeah.
And if you come one day, there's a $10 vehicle parking pass, like all the state parks in Oklahoma have. So
I think we might could swing something like that. So
yeah,
I'll be working for that. But thank you guys for coming up. Thank you for everyone in the chat. Hello, Rebecca. We're just finishing up the stream. I'm going to wrap it up and go start the round of feeding everybody. And I will see you guys next Friday. We'll have Paul. We'll have Millionaire Paul here as my guest. So I hope I will see all of you back again. Be safe. Be happy. Be well. Happy New Year. I appreciate you guys. And that does it for today. Thank you all.
Thank you,
Bye,
guys.
guys. All right. I'm going to leave the screen. I'll leave the chat open for just a minute. So if you guys are saying hellos and goodbyes to each other, you can get that all wrapped up. Thanks, Jonesy.
Yeah.
All right. Again, I love you guys. Thank you so much. You have lifted my spirits more than you realize this last couple of weeks. It's been pretty rough here, but I appreciate all of you. This is the best part of YouTube is all of you that are here and all the ones that couldn't be here today, but who have supported me on the channel and left such sweet comments all along, but especially this past couple of weeks. Thank you. Hi, Nanny B. Thanks for being here. Again, so my love to everyone. I will see you in the next stream, and thanks for your patience while I take a little break putting out much content, and I'll be back to business here in the next week or so. All right. Bye. Love y'all.